Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us again. We are live with Hardin Local Weekly Podcast. Of course, I'm Rachel Brantingham. I'm your host, and I'm so excited to be here again with you guys this week. We've got a great show lined up for you today. Jon's going to walk us through some amazing local events happening this week. Nate has some business news updates, including some exciting restaurant news. I love that. I'm always excited about new restaurants. And of course, I'll have your weekly housing market update with some positive momentum to share. But first, I'd like to introduce our amazing co host to you. So we have Phil Taul. He is the creator of Hardin Local. Phil, thank you for putting all of this together. Scott Lucas, my co host extraordinaire. Scott, good to have you today. We've got Jon O'Brien. He's our events guru. And of course, Nate Bryan, our business news expert. And of course, I'm Rachel Brantingham, your host and your Hardin County housing market expert. So before we dive in, of course, we are missing Britton and Michelle. They have stepped out for one more week. I'm glad they're getting a bit of a break. We won't have an experienced eater segment for you. I'm appreciating this because my New Year's goals are still going strong. So I don't need any temptation. But the good news is they will be back next week with another delicious review for all of us. So today, guys, we are focusing on what's happening right now in Hardin County. Events, business news, of course, real estate trends. So let's dive in. Before we get started, I want to remind you guys where you can find us. So Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and of course, Amazon Music. So if you enjoy listening or watching our podcast on any of those particular platforms, please follow us. And if you don't, but have a friend or family member who does, make sure to share our podcast with them. Of course, you can find all the links that we discuss every single week at hardinlocal.com. So make sure to check out that website. And it also has a full link tree to all of our individual social medias. So you're going to want to follow all of us. We're pretty fun. So you can see more of our personal lives there. Follow us, of course, on LinkedIn. I'm terrible with LinkedIn. These guys are probably way more professional at LinkedIn. You just can't keep up with all of the social media networks. But make sure to follow us on LinkedIn and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you never miss an episode. Okay. And if you're watching on Facebook, make sure to hit the follow button. And that way you get updates and you'll never miss an episode. And please, of course, drop your comments. We like to talk to you guys throughout the episode. So make sure to drop comments if you've got business news, if you've got questions about things we're discussing or any events that you're aware of that we didn't mention. We like to bring those up and talk about them and provide them a moment. So make sure to drop your business, any of your chats in that chat group. We love hearing from you and we'll try to respond to all of those. And of course, hit the share button. So that way, friends and family and neighbors or anyone who loves Hardin County as much as we do can join in on the fun. All right, Phil and Scott.
Yes. David, thanks for saying hey. Good afternoon, David.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Hey.
Let us know if you have any questions or comments. I would want to take a minute to talk to you guys about an event that's tomorrow night. Tomorrow, Wednesday night at Tequila House, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's called the Hardin County Insights and Impacts 2026. It's a fantastic partnership that's between the Young Professionals Network of Hardin County and Hardin Local, along with the Tequila House. And if you still haven't gotten your tickets yet, don't worry. You can still get tickets. They're available online. You can go to hardinlocal.com to find them, or you can purchase them at the door for $25 tomorrow night. Like I said, the event's going to run 6 to 8 p.m. tomorrow on January 14th. It's going to be a great evening of networking, conversations about what's ahead for Hardin County in 2026, and supporting professionals, our government officials, and just community organizers in general. But you can find out more about that at hardinlocal.com. And we will also be having Judge Executive Keith Taul there, along with myself and Scott and Dustin Kaiser of the Young Professionals Network. Will be having a brief panel discussion, which will be live streaming at 6:45 here on Facebook. So if you can't make it, you can still watch it. You just won't be able to participate in the silent option.
Perfect.
Also, just want to remind you guys that on Friday, we had our third episode of Hardin Local with Hardin County Government, and we did a nice long form podcast. It was about an hour long conversation with Sheriff John Ward in the Hardin County Sheriff's Office. If you haven't watched that yet, you can find the links on hardinlocal.com, or you can scroll through our Facebook page and find that. It was a lot of fun to do and very informative. And my last announcement is about election interviews. So if you're running for office in Hardin County, we want to interview you. And this is important enough where we're going to do one interview per person running for office for free. So if you're running for office in Hardin County, we need you to go to hardinlocal.com, scroll all the way down to the bottom, the third link from the top. It says Hardin Local Elections. Just go ahead and click on that link and register. I need you to register by January 31st if you want to participate in this round of free political interviews, so you can share with our community your platform. There'll be more details coming soon if you're an audience member, but we hope to have those completed and ready for you before the primaries in May.
I will add one thing to that real quickly, if you don't mind, Rachel.
Nope.
As a backup, if you don't go to Hardin Local, send us an email. Contact us at hardinlocal.com. Phil and I do check messages on the page, but if you want something more real time, send us an email and we'll be able to answer those quicker than through the page messenger.
Yeah. And if you know someone who's running for office in Hardin County and maybe they, didn't see this episode, make sure you get with them or their campaign manager. We want to create an opportunity for you to be heard and for you to be able to share your platform with Hardin County. So if you know of somebody that's running and you're closely related to them or affiliated with them, make sure that they know that as well. We'd love to give them the opportunity to have the center stage. So, all right, guys, we want to thank today's sponsor, TechTel. So TechTel is a local technology company right here in Elizabethtown that helps businesses run smoother and stay secure. They specialize in business phone systems, cybersecurity, and practical AI tools that reduce complexity and stress for growing companies. If you'd like to learn how TechTel can help your business, just comment TechTel on this video, or of course, visit hardinlocal.com for details on how to get in touch. And yes, of course, you can reach out directly to Phil Taul as he's a partner. To kind of bunny off this just briefly, if you do not have someone supporting you in this arena, you need to have it. I mean, of course, everyone's clearly aware of how quickly things are moving into this space where having somebody that helps you with cybersecurity it's not an option anymore. It really is a reality of business at this point. So make sure you reach out to TechTel. We appreciate their sponsorship. Okay, guys, so before we jump in, we love our icebreaker comments. So I've got a good one for you guys. What's your honest survival strategy for getting through January and February in Kentucky? And moving to Florida, Nate, does not count as an answer to this, okay? So I want to hear your all survival strategies because, of course, we all know January and February are just a little bleak, right? The weather is really cold. What are you guys doing to survive these months?
Work out more. You see me short sleeve, I do a little workout. Nothing wrong with a little cold. Get sweaty. That's my strategy, though.
I like it.
Yeah, I know that part of my strategy is because sometimes it's not cold. Sometimes it's warm and then it's like cold. So I like to bring a short sleeve shirt and a warm sweater. I keep both in my car just to make sure that I'm not sweating or freezing at any one time. And occasionally a little bourbon doesn't hurt either. Warm you up inside.
Well, I see you're layered up today, Phil. You got your little polo underneath your sweater, so
yes, I sure am.
Nate, John, what are you doing?
Mine's fairly easy because January's our busy period, so I'm working 6 days a week, 9-hour days, and plus the 30, 45-minute drive to Shepherdsville, so I'm just gone most of the time anyway. But I love travel and looking up stuff so much that I could spend all day on YouTube. Like the other day, because we were talking about Kevin Parrott going to Antarctica, so we started looking up the Antarctica cruises and the Drake's Passage. If you've never known about that, that's where 3 oceans meet at one time. It's the most dangerous stretch of water in the world. And watching those waves just get massive, I was like, I would probably get sick on that cruise, but it would be a kick-ass cruise at the same time. So it's one of those bucket lists. If I was retired and had money to take a 3-week cruise to out of Argentina to Antarctica. So stuff like that we look up. We look up stuff Florida for clients or other stuff. So I could spend all day on YouTube looking up stuff. So it doesn't really bother me too much.
I will say that's one of the perks about like Hardin County and Kentucky. We're so central. A lot of the times when I talk to people who are either moving here to settle or going to remain in the community instead of going to live with family, our seasons, none of our seasons are extremely harsh, and we have all four. So, but the fact that we're so central, where it's an easy flight out of Nashville, it's an easy flight out of Louisville, it's an easy flight out of Chicago. So you can get anywhere. And I know a lot of people who spend a fair amount of January, February traveling. So that will be me someday. It's not current, but Jon, what do you do?
Oh, you got to have that perfect hottie toddy recipe. That'll take care of you, keep you nice and warm.
Love it.
Mm.
Well, what I am doing is like Nate, I am working 24/7. I mean, I'm taking advantage of the slower season of the year as far as events and social activities. Everybody else is hibernating and I'm in my office grinding. So it has been an insane couple weeks in real estate. We really hit the market running in the first of the year. And so I like Nate. And then the other thing is there's a lot of great shows that come out in January and February because nobody's got nothing to do. So a good show gives me something exciting to look forward to when I get home. And of course, Scott, I'm working out. Mm-hmm.
Good.
There we go.
There you go.
All right, audience.
What work are you doing?
Well, I did just sign up with a new trainer and she is holding me accountable. So I did kickboxing the other day.
Good. Good.
Yeah. So yeah, just
But
I'm trying different things, and I actually really enjoyed kickboxing. It was fun. I probably look like a complete duck doing it, but it was still enjoyable. So
yeah.
You feel like me doing yoga,
Phil, I want a video of this, okay? Who wants to give my man Phil a free yoga class, okay? So we can capture it on hardinlocal.com. Okay?
Let us know.
No, just come over to the house. We'll throw them our workouts. How's that, man?
All right. So viewers, what are you guys doing? We want to know. Drop it in the comments. Give us some ideas. Maybe Nate and I will pare back our workaholic lifestyles a bit to try some of the other options. So, all right. Well, let's jump into Phil. Do we have any comments to pull up, or are we good right now?
David did comment a couple more times. He said, great episode with John Ward, which is another good reminder, you guys, to go check out that episode we did with Hardin County government.
Awesome.
And that interview. And also, he also said he passed on that info to Jason Buckles, who I guess is somebody running for office. So yeah, if you're running for office, let us know.
Cool. All right. Well, we're going to jump right into local events in Hardin County, and I'm going to pass the mic over to Jon O'Brien. The dates are Tuesday, January 13th through Sunday, January 18th. So if you're planning your week ahead, let's tune in. Jon, share those with us.
All right. Yeah. So we've got, again, trivia abound. We got trivia over at Flywheel tonight. Also have trivia over at Hub House with Joe's Game Night. So if you like to use that noodle, go to those places and do it. It's all ages spot. So again, you don't have to be over 21 to go to those locations. And there's a food truck at Flywheel, and there's food always at Hub House. 2 for Tuesday at Revival. So you get a beer and a nice pour of whiskey for a certain price. That's always a good deal. We have the collection of Eagle Rare and Sazerac on special today at BBT. So the 18-year and the 17-year behind me will be discounted drastically, as well as we'll have the foolproof and 10 and 12-year versions of Eagle Rare available. There's January burger specials and new stuff going on over at the Street Kitchen. They're working on a fish sandwich, which I'm super excited for. I know that Lent is on its way, so that's going to be something that they will have a fish sandwich option for those that don't want to have the meat for that. Also at GC Burkhead, there's a Follow the Balloon community listening session for Norton's Children's Hospital. Over at GC Burkhead, doors open at 5:30. The program starts at 6 to 7:30. Tomorrow, we've got Boombox Bingo at Social Food Hall. Also have a Blue Door workshop at Flywheel Brewing. We have the North Hardin BR baseball and softball board meeting at 7 p.m. at the Colvin Community Center. Open mic night on Fort Knox up at the Samuel Adams Brew House. So if you like to sing or do anything you want to do, head up there, do that. It's at 8 p.m. Also, there's a improv workshop from 6:30 to 8 p.m. So that's kind of a cool thing if you're interested in acting and kind of want to learn how to act on your feet and kind of improv. Very cool. And of course, we have our event at Tequila House going on Wednesday night. So make sure you buy your tickets for that. And it'll be a fun time. I hate to miss that. I'll be working hard. Want to see how the silent auction goes for all that fun stuff. Also, Phil, what's up with this date? What's going on with that? Tell me about that.
Well, it started as a joke between me and Dustin Kaiser at the Young Professionals Network. We started, at first we were just kind of joking around one night saying we should just auction ourselves a double date off. And then it just kind of took off from there, you know. And the ladies have been helping us organize everything. They created all the materials. My ex-wife actually sent me a message the other day. She said, is this your thing? You're auctioning yourself? And I was like, I had nothing to do with it, but yeah, it's for charity. So, you know, and it could be
blame it on somebody else.
Yeah, no.
For charity, it's always a good thing, you know. I mean,
it is.
Even somebody that has a significant other, you could have a date for charity, you know. Like a date with Nate. I mean, that just makes that sounds perfect. A date with Nate.
As soon as you say that, like, no, I barely get into trouble. You're not doing this.
But you know, that's what we're gonna do. Both of us are doing that. My parents have cooked a chocolate malt cheesecake too. I got a picture of that earlier, which I don't have it to where I can show it, but that'll be auctioned off during the silent auction. We got quite a few different things. I think a card detailing, like in-depth, like $300 value card detailing, and several other different things. But yeah, I know everybody's kind of like up in arms about the date. We got some pretty interesting comments and feedback on that, you know, where people were like, that's weird. And I'm like, I don't know how weird it is. I think it's pretty common. Maybe not in Hardin County though, but you know.
In other places, the more high end, they auction off dates. This is not a new concept. We're just applying it to see if it works.
I'm not saying I wouldn't do it if I was allowed. I'm just saying.
All right.
You and I are not in it, Nate. We're married. We don't have.
Before I met Courtney, when I was at the News Enterprise, I was single and hadn't dated in a while. And Josh Claywell, who's still around, and Chuck Jones, who now works at the city of E-Town Schools, we decided we were going to do Operation Data Nate to try to find me another. Luckily, I found Courtney, so it's worked out great. But yeah,
great,
good stuff. So on to Thursday though. We've got Story Hour, all ages at Birdwhistell Books, 10:15. Super cool, fun thing that you can do. Take your kiddos to that. Also, ladies and gents night at Impellizzeri's. They got a tasty cheese bread over there, and they got $5 game day pints, which is always a fun time. Karaoke here at Bourbon Barrel Tavern with the DJ Jimmy on the ones and twos. Always a fun time. I actually sang last Thursday for karaoke. I sang Snake Farm. It's one of my favorite songs ever. It's a beautiful love song. But yeah, Snake Farm. Just sounds nasty. Summer Singo Bash at Hub House. So again, if you like that Singo Bingo, they've got it going on at Hub House on Thursday. And Don't Have a Clue Trivia. We'll be starting it again at Cosmic Golf at 7 p.m. Friday nights, if you have not done a silent disco, it is a fun thing. I think, Nate, have you talked about doing it on a cruise before? Have you done it on a cruise?
I've watched it. We haven't, but we watched it. We accidentally walked through it once because we forgot it was going on at the time because they did it in the main hub. But they have like different colors depending on which channel that you're listening to, so you can see which dances and which songs they're singing to. I think our cruise coming up in a couple weeks has one, but we've got so much stuff going on. It's only a 3-day cruise, and there's only so much you can do in a 3-day cruise. But yeah, they're neat. I mean, I like them. They're coming on. I think Disney's even talked about starting to do them now, like a Disney fight at some of their resorts. So I think they make sense. I think it's cool.
Nice. I know that a couple places in Louisville have done like a Disney themed one where it was Disney channels on there, which is kind of a fun way to do it because there's enough music to play through a period of time.
And if
I
you
think
have
this
to
is just
want to make a family fight, that would be a very easy way.
and this is family friendly. It's 8 to 10, so this is for anybody over there at Social Food Hall. So kids, adults, everybody. It's all good music that is not going to offend anyone. So check that out. Close enough. We'll be playing over at Hub House at 8 p.m. Karaoke night at Cosmic Golf as well on Friday night. Saturday, we've got Loaves of Love, 8:30 to 12 p.m. at the Mod Squad Teen Outreach Ministry up in Radcliffe. Detox and Dine, Clean Good Eats, 9 a.m. at Clean Good Eats Cooking Studio. If you want to learn how to kind of cook a good detox and kind of a good way to eat, very good workshop there. A goal setting workshop and vision board class, day one at Life Force Wellness Center, 3 to 5 p.m. Sonora Fire Department Chili Supper and Auction at Thurman's Landing, 5 p.m. That sounds delicious. I'm going to be out of town this weekend, but I would be there if I was anywhere this weekend because I love a good chili. I actually won People's Choice Chili Cook-Off at Flywheel last year. That's coming up here soon. So if you guys want to compete, I think that'd be a fun little competition between all us if we like to cook, that is.
Oh yeah, I'm down. What did you make? White chili or traditional?
I made a somewhat traditional chili, but it was with a twist that was very odd. Because some people say, "Oh, there's no beans in chili." Some people say there is beans in chili. Well, I pretty much pureed my beans, so you had the bean flavor, but not the texture. Because I think that throws the texture throws people off, but also you don't get a bite in each bean in each bite. But with this, beans in every bite.
Okay, that sounds really good. I don't think I've ever had that before.
Yep. Again, it just consistency. It made it a little thicker. It was a good chili. Again, People's Choice winner last year. I beat my buddy Chris Manning. He got second. He's going to try to beat me this year. Not going to happen.
Okay, noodles and chili. Raise your hand if it's a yes or a no. Don't.
No,
I say you
it's called chili
can,
if you put noodles
but
in it.
it's still chili. It's still chili. It's still chili. It's just your preference of chili. No,
I'm
you're a
Texas
no.
style.
No.
It really depends.
That's
I got
suddenly
the
becomes
beans, the
spaghetti.
meat.
I think I like it better without it, even though I swear my grandma does sometimes put, and it tastes good
So-
when my grandma does it.
So when you're trying to make that stretch, noodles are cheap. You know, so that's the thing. You got a family at home. You're trying to make that chili stretch a little bit longer.
That is true.
Put some noodles in there.
Yep. A little cheese.
David says
There you go.
that's the best way to add flavor without the bean hull. No noodles and chili though.
I like it.
All right. So Sunday, we've got NFL Sundays at Imposed Aries. Again, talk about that $5 pitchers. Any of their beers on tap for $5. It's a great deal. Southern Sunday brunch at JR Neighbors, and day 2 of that workshop, vision boards, that vision quest, trying to set up that future for yourself. Very important to kind of have those goals and kind of a sight on the future, right?
That's right.
That's right.
That's
John-
what we got going on.
Well, before we move on, let's make sure we highlight a few of these upcoming events and deadlines people should know about. You want to share with us these couple that we kind of want to highlight here?
Definitely do, yeah. So that Hardin County Public Library inspired by a book art show, that's kind of a fun, really cool idea. I'm interested in seeing what people create, whether if they have like a children's book that they have something that they already know what it looks like that they kind of recreate, or if they have a book that they just try to come up with something that nobody's ever really seen before in life. But that you must submit by January 22nd at 5:30. You got to have it submitted by then. The art show starts on the 29th, though. So that's a very fun thing. Also, Something Blue, the wedding show, that is this weekend.
Oh.
It's the 18th. Something Blue Kentucky wedding show at the Haycraft. That is this weekend. I forgot to say that earlier, but it is. You can buy tickets. There are also some free things as well, but they're on Eventbrite. So go to Something Blue Kentucky and check that out. And coming up soon, JD Shelburne Live, Cosmic Golf. He just released another whiskey, I believe, and he'll be playing 124-26 at 8 p.m. at Cosmic. So if you haven't seen this local fella, he's played at BBT many times, but he's going to be out at Cosmic Golf on the 24th.
That's
I
awesome.
want to add something. We got back-to-back music weekends. Ryan Brashear, who's from Hardin County. If you've seen the what they did with the corner unit, I don't know if it's called the Adams Building downtown on the corner on the square, but that was his older sister Elizabeth, the one that helped design that. She's also involved in the airport, but he is a touring country artist from Hardin County, Central Hardin grad. He's coming back home. He's got 13,000 followers on Facebook. He's performing in Upton on Saturday. Admission is $10. All proceeds will go to WJCR Food Ministry, which they can always use our help at this time of year. Special guest is Star Wright. Looks like it's a 3-woman group. I don't know much about them. But the show is 6 o'clock at the Upton Community Center at 377 College Street in Upton. And obviously JD the next weekend. So nice, good. And they're good entertainers. So Ryan puts on a good show. JD puts on a great show. He's rocked out Hardin County many times. So back-to-back weekends so you can see people.
Pretty cool. Did you guys happen to catch that the Highland Sod Farm announced they will be doing another country concert?
I was going to hold
Yes.
off on that until next week, but yeah, I talked to Jimmy a little bit. But yeah, I want to definitely hold off on that till next week because I think he's going to have a little bit more information. It's going to change in a good way. I mean, we all supported it. We all loved it. John worked it. I saw Phil there. I know Rachel was decked out. She was there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was fun. I think it's gonna be a good one. I think round 2, they're gonna learn some things, change some things around. I think it's gonna be just as good. I mean, they said that they're taking ideas for artists. I'm sure they already have a couple in mind. Obviously, there's just you gotta realize just because of booking, and I've talked to Kevin Jaggers about this. Either they're already on tour, or they're just so high to get, or they want a certain amount of people. But there's certain levels that you just have to cross off because of A, B, or C.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I waited on that event till like last minute to purchase my tickets. And I promise you, the minute they release tickets, I'll be buying. Like last year was so much fun. I took my whole girl gang. We had an absolute blast. Like the minute those go on sale, I'm going to be purchasing those tickets. It was just so much fun to have here in our community. And I'm so excited they announced that they're going to be doing it again. So
Yeah, me too. I actually had written down to bring it up if none of you all brought it up. It's like on my private list of things to bring up.
Cool.
So I'm pretty excited about it. So if you guys have anybody watching has any artist requests, drop it in the comments.
Yeah.
And we also had Sean.
I thought it was cool that they were asking for that. So make sure like you go to their Facebook page because they're giving you an opportunity to have some input on what artists. So make sure you take advantage of that. Go ahead, Bill. Sorry, I cut you off.
Oh, no worries. Sean Taylor said another event. The end of the month, January 31st, noon at the Kia store. They'll have snacks, music, and the all-new 27. How do you say that? Telluride? Is that how you say that?
Telluride.
Yeah. Which it's pretty. I've seen it. The new 27. It looks really good.
It's beautiful.
So, it is.
I love Sean and his wife, and we work very closely with the Kia store. So thank you. Well, I'll pencil that on my calendar so I can be there. So. All right, guys. Well, just like Sean, if you know an event that we missed, we're not able to keep up with everything going on. Hardin County is a big area, and we try to gather as much information as possible, but obviously we're human. So if you know of something that we've missed that you want to bring some attention to, make sure you drop it in the comments. That way we can share it with the community. So, all right, guys. Well, I am going to share with you guys a quick Hardin County housing market update. So the dates of this are going to be basically, I'm doing it in a week segment. So this is the dates of January 6th through yesterday. So all the information that I pull is going to be from the Heart of Kentucky Association of Realtors, MLS. So of course, I'm Rachel Brantingham. I'm your local housing market update. I've been in the industry for almost a decade now. My past experience was working with my father, who's been in the custom construction business for over 50 years here in Hardin County. He's seen Hardin County grow from a very, very small little town into what it is today. So here's some information that I want to share with you guys. And of course, we're monitoring the impact that Blue Oval adjustment is having on our community. And I'm trying to bring that to you real time. So I looked at some information from last year in correspondence with what's occurring in real time today. So over the last week, 43 new listings came on the market. So, I mean, that is a huge amount of, that's an influx of homes that just hit the market. So there's a lot of new options out there. I know my team had a massive week in real estate with listings and things going pending. We saw 18 homes go under contract, and 12 homes that had been previously pending have closed. So 12 new families have moved into their new home, whether they were from outside of our community that have moved to the area, or if they were just relocating inside the community. So looking at the speed of the market, the average days on market over the last 30 days is 94, which is down 1 day from last week, which isn't a massive impact. However, we're closely monitoring the impact Blue Oval has on the real estate market down a day this week. So actually things are picking up. I expect we've already hit the ground running. Yesterday was a massive day in real estate. I've got appointments all afternoon and evening today. We're continuing to see that momentum, and I think it will continue to build. Something I wanted to tell you guys, and I'm jumping ahead in my notes, interest rates, the Fed met last week, and actually interest rates have dipped below the sixes. So, I mean, it has been a long time, guys. I mean, I am very, very excited. I'm about to sneeze. We're good. It's been a long time since we've been in the fives. So excited for buyers who have been waiting on the sidelines, excited for sellers who have been hoping to see the market adjust a bit to create more urgency. So conventional, and don't hold me to this, obviously this is based on your personal finances. So these could adjust based on your credit rating, but 5.99 on conventional and 5.75 on VA. So, I mean, compared to 8s and 9s that we had seen just briefly ago, I mean, it's a much relief to our market. Historically, the average interest rate over the historic measurements is 8%. So we're down here in the 5s. So I do think there's a lot of buyers that are getting excited again. They're looking at the market. We've seen house prices adjust during that time period of higher interest rates. So I think sellers are more aware of what their property is actually worth. And so buyers are getting better deals. To give you kind of an idea, average list price was 300 over the last 30 days. Average list price is 339,615. So that's the average listing in our market. Average sold price came in at 287,461. So got a bit of a gap there. So I think sellers are coming to terms with the fact that they're going to be getting and receiving a little more of an aggressive offer. For comparison, guys, the same time last year, the average list price was 337,000. Keep in mind, we're 339 this year. Last year was 337. The difference being that the average sale price was a little closer to list price at 331. We'll continue to monitor that as weeks pass. The average days on market for last year was 115 days, and we are at 94. Okay, so we're actually seeing things moving a little bit faster this year, and I think that impact is due to interest rates. I think people are getting excited about these rates in comparison to where we were last year. From an inventory standpoint, I wanted to give you an idea. There's 400 active homes on the market in Hardin County. Those would include single family, those include farms, and of course, there's a couple auctions in there, duplexes, multi-units. So, but there's 400 properties. So if you're looking at any price point, you've got some options there. You're not having to choose between the first thing that comes on the market. We are still at a 4.2 months worth of inventory. So there's some calculations that we use, but basically anything under a 5 is a seller's market. Anything over a 5 is a buyer's market. So that 4.2 tells me we're really in a balanced market. It doesn't really get more balanced. I mean, you can creep up just a hair and still stay right there in the center. But if you're a buyer, you can get a really good deal if you're willing to take a look and jump in. And if you're a seller, there's still the opportunity for you to take advantage of a good market. So, of course, just in summary, what we're seeing right now is that the first 2 weeks on the market still really matter, but we're also seeing that renewed momentum. Several homes that have been sitting my team specifically, I can speak to that. We've had several homes that have sat over the winter months and haven't seen much activity. We had one go pending. I have 2 offers sitting on my desk to get with sellers on. So we're seeing some renewed interest on properties that had kind of grown a little stagnant during the holiday season. Of course, the interest rates we're super excited about. There's been a lot of continued conversation around Blue Oval. I just want to reassure you guys that once again, we're measuring this weekly. And if I start to see changes, we're going to mention those. We're going to bring those up. As it currently stands, we're in a better position than we were last year with a little bit of a higher sale price and also faster days on market by a considerable amount, 15 or so. So yeah, we'll continue bringing the information. Obviously, I wanted to end with that markets don't shift overnight. They move in patterns. You can always look at history. It tends to repeat itself. And as of today, the numbers reflect stability here in Hardin County. As always, real estate is hyper local. National headlines are great for many things, but they don't always tell the full story here at home, which is why we want to track this data weekly and bring it to you so you can feel like you understand what's happening in your neighborhood and in your backyard. If you want some further detail on what your personal property is actually valued at and the performance that you should expect in your individual neighborhood or location, of course, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help. Or we have a plethora of incredible real estate agents here in Hardin County that would love to support you. All right, that is our Hardin County market update, guys. Any questions for me or any comments?
Very detailed. Thank you, Rachel.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
I'm getting better. The first couple were a little rough. I'm like, I gotta work on this. So I was just nervous. The nerves have worn off. So
There you go.
Yes, it's noticeable, that they have. So good job.
All right. Well, if we don't have any comments, Nate, we're going to pass this off to you for our business news segment.
All right. The first one I had is someone passed along that Shogun Elizabethtown was closing as of Sunday. They even had a statement that said they're going to focus on the 3 Southern Kentucky, which is Owensboro, Bowling Green, and Glasgow. But I was doing some research right now. Their Toast Bite website is still up, and they're still listed on the website, and they just posted on Facebook yesterday. So I am unsure what's going on there. I don't know if it's a bad update. I haven't been out there to ask, but when I drove by the other day, there wasn't anybody there. Like when I drove by yesterday on the way to work, I didn't see anybody. So I don't know what's going on. Somebody's got to go out there and physically go out there. Like I haven't called them or anything, but that's what I know. The building was for sale. But that had nothing to do with the actual business. That they could always reapply and just change your landlord, so to speak. But I haven't seen where that official post was. But staying over in that area, just literally walking distance, Capri has opened. I went on opening day. It's sit down Italian. So somebody said no pizza, no subs. They said it's sit down Italian. Like you don't go to Olive Garden searching for pizza or subs. Last time I checked. It's for Carrabba's, Buca di Beppo, whoever else, Old Spaghetti Factory. I mean, stuff like that. But it's very good. The owners are on site working. It's some brothers. It's also runs a Blasco one. We had the chicken parm. It came with some free bagels. We both got salads. Courtney got the spaghetti meatballs, and then we got the double chocolate cheesecake, and it was all fantastic. They do allow you to have go boxes. They are doing takeout orders now. So it does hold 100 people, and there are no booths. So people ask about that. There are no booths. I think there was a small kids menu. It's not even a menu. It's just like a kids area size of the menu. So they'll give you a full one. But the owner's kid was in there sitting at the table next to us. But it's very friendly. I think they're gonna do well. We'll go back again. I thought the lunch portions were great. Actually, I had to take some of my chicken parm later to work. I made a toast sandwich out of it for work. People are like, "Where'd you get that?" It's like an E-Town restaurant. So it was very good. I hope they do well. I know that people are still concerned about the location, and I'll say it again: go through the La Quinta parking lot. You will save yourself some time. Go under La Quinta. Go under the Port Cochere if you have to, but drive around. It's right there. I think they are talking and hopefully get another entrance near Duff's, but obviously that's a work in progress. Straight and narrow. I just sent the menu. I think Mrs. Philpott shared it on Facebook, but they already went to the straight and narrow. John, I believe you said you were going to go. Did you go?
I did, yeah. Went on Thursday.
And,
How was it?
It was not bad. It was not bad. Not really like just kind of again quiet. Not crowded at all. Had bar seating, very limited. Like I said, reservation only as that I know of. Is it changed?
Right. So they prefer reservations because they cannot
Okay,
see walk up just due to space.
gotcha.
But it is not reservation only. They do take walk ups. Just hey, there may be a long wait if our reservations are full, but they do allow walk up. Olivia sent me a message about that.
Okay, good deal.
They seat about 30. There's about 20 in the bar, 8 in one area, then 8 in another area. So it sits a little around 30-ish or so. Just want to clarify that. And then we have the full menu that we were able to post. This means I'm not a drinker, so you would have to tell me what this stuff is. I don't know.
How many at the bar did she say, or did they say? Because
20.
I think it's set like 20. It looked like, I mean, we had it. So people that went with us, there was how many? I was trying to think. I think 10 will sit at the bar. I don't think that it'll sit more than 10 at the bar. But that's maybe the bar side because there's some seats in the front, like 10 spots
So
up front, maybe 10 at the bar.
Bar area.
I think that, yeah, gotcha. Okay. Because, yeah, the bar does not seat 20 at all. No. But like I said, great cocktails. No bourbon cocktails on the menu that I saw. But had the rum punch. There was a rum drink that I had that was really good, and then also had a mezcal cocktail.
Yeah, that's called the
I like
Smoke
mezcal.
Show.
Yep.
Mezcal, lime, black currant, I guess.
Yep.
And ginger.
Yeah.
Show,
Mike Morgan's looking forward to visiting. FYI, thank you, Mike, for the comment.
The London Fog looked nice. I mean, they had a pretty picture of that one. It's gin, bubbles, Earl Grey, and lemon.
I just posted this menu on our main page on Hardin Local, or just on the Hardin Local Facebook page, so people can check it out there.
And then Coors, Miller Lite, Peroni, Bell's, Two Hearted, and Heineken.
I think the Heineken's the Heineken Zero too. So it's an NA option.
Heineken 00.
I'm super excited.
Bubbles that I can't even pronounce. So
Yeah,
and
check
they
it
also
out.
have a back menu that has a lot of wine. That some is the full
Mention that.
bottle, some is by glass. So some of the I think more expensive wines you have to buy the whole bottle because they don't want that to go bad if you only get one glass and nobody else buys it in the next week. So makes sense. But yeah.
Well, yeah, so they do have wines. This is what we put out there is not the wine list at all. So double
It's
check
just one
that.
page of the front page of the menu, I guess. If anybody else has the rest of the menu, send it to us and we'll update the post.
I should have took a picture of it, I'm slacking.
All
It's
good.
gonna be good. That's what I counted on you for. You have failed me.
Yeah.
Planning and zoning got a busy meeting tonight. This may be the biggest docket I have seen on planning and zoning. I sent the picture to Phil, I believe. Posted about it. 11 different things. A call to order, approval minutes. 3 different things on Pear Orchard. 2 within half a mile of each other. So Pear Orchard, as April probably knows, as Rachel probably knows, is it's the hot area right now.
Yep.
Over at 1151 Pear Orchard, which is going to be officially known as the VA clinic. So we will get an update on the VA clinic that's going over there. And based on by how addresses work, 1101, which would put it half a mile, because that would be 0.5. There we go. So number 4 is the Fall Creek Estates. I don't know if Rachel knows anything about who's the developer on that or anything, what's going on there. But that's 1101 Pear Orchard Road. 1151 Pear Orchard Road is the VA clinic, and that's going to be a decent-sized clinic. And then if you look down from there is 614 to 622 Pear Orchard Road is going to be Lakeview subdivision. So I misspoke. Not 0.5 isn't even half a mile. That's half a block. So yeah, the Falls Creek will be half a block from VA clinic, and then about half a mile from there is going to be Lakeview. So Rachel, what can you tell me about that area? Because I grew up on the south side, so I'm not a huge Pear Orchard person.
Yeah. So of course you have Publix down on the opposite side of Ring Road, and then you're kind of seeing the continued growth to that corridor. I think with the VA clinic coming, I think there's a lot of things that's been kind of undeveloped. Jimmy Jenkins has developed the Fall Creek subdivision. I have worked to represent him. There is some movement there on that property, and he's working to solidify some new homes that will be going into that area. But I think there's just a lot. It's such a great location. You've got access to Freeman Lake. You've got access to the highway with Publix coming. Great schools. My kids go there to Heartland Elementary, which is right off a Ring Road. I mean, so I think that area was destined for this, and it's kind of been farmland that is right in the dead center of town. And so we're starting to now see that all kind of come together. So it will be a very interesting zoning meeting. I hope to be there myself is the plan. So I'll be interested to see how these things come together.
We also have more medical, which is not shocking in a growing area like ours. Watson Medical Clinic is planning 1103 North Ridge Drive. Again, as a South Sider, that's not an address that sticks out to me. So I'd have to look that up to see where exactly that area is at. And then the one that we rumored about for a while ago, I'm glad I kind of nailed this one months ago, is 7 Brew Coffee. E-Town's first 7 Brew Coffee is 1042 Executive Drive. Let's pitch it out near Shoney's in that area. I've had that one for months.
That one's like going to be in that Cracker or the old Cracker Barrel overflow lot. Is that right? Is that where that is?
Yeah, kind of behind it.
Okay.
See what Google exactly says, because they're our friends and they're official.
Let's see 1042 Executive Drive.
Yeah, so it's the grass lot, kind of right behind Wendy's. There's a grass lot parking lot between Wendy's and Shoney's on the backside. So directly between Wendy's and Ruby Tuesday.
Okay. That is great. Everybody loves some 7 Brew.
And the thing is, like, they're like scooters. You don't need a big lot. Like, you really don't. The one across from E-Town High School is not big. So they really don't need a big lot. So they probably good for them to find that. So I think that's everything going on. You got War Eagle also going on 871 Ring Road, another subdivision. But more houses is good. That's always good for Rachel's business. More the better.
I also added an update there. I don't know if you saw it. Cosmic Golf has a new menu they launched.
Oh, yeah. I do like Cosmic Golf. John and I have been out there. I think all of us have been out there at one point or another. I do like Cosmic Golf's food. I insist that them and the Street Kitchen are the only 2 places I can get fries and not have to get ketchup. So,
and I put the new menu on our Facebook page, so you guys can find it there.
And Jeremy, Jeremy's the kitchen manager out there, and then his crew is very good about listening to people and say what works, what doesn't, what do you want. Their brunch ideas look awesome, and I do like brunch.
And I noticed they still have some of those good items. Like my favorite thing on that menu, I still think's that hot brown egg roll. Which they left it on there. So it wasn't like a complete redo, but I did notice like quite a few new things. So if you've been out there, this week's a good time to go try some new stuff. And maybe we get Britton and Michelle out there for an experienced eater.
Huge dining area. If you want to watch a game, it's a great place to watch a game. Obviously, if you want to hit some balls, they're heated. You're not going to get cold. You're not going to get plastered by rain or snow or fog or whatever. It's more than just whacking golf balls. Is what somebody said. Is that all this? No, it's way more than that. It's a very fun place to hang out. They've got ice cream. They've got meeting party rooms if you need party rooms. The miniature golf, I played it over winter break or Thanksgiving break, and it was fun. Very challenging, and you're 75 degrees inside.
When we were talking about like what to do during the winter, and I took a group of kiddos a couple weeks ago, and like the parents were all like, is it going to be really cold because it was snowing outside, and the heaters out there, I mean, we were burning up. We were taking off our coats, and I mean, it's such a cool thing because you're outdoors. But those heaters that they have, I mean, you can cook right there in the middle of a snow shower. So I think that's a cool place to hang out this winter during the cold months.
I agree.
And people joke about me going to Florida and Disney all the time, which I'm going in 3 weeks. But like when it rains in Panama City Beach, I kind of struggle for things to do.
Yeah, the
There
whole
is no giant mall. We don't have well, I guess they do have a Top Golf now. They didn't for our years growing up there. Like, we're all around the same kind of age group, 80s and 90s and early 2000s. They didn't have a whole lot of indoor stuff. They didn't have a Malibu Jacks. They still don't. So they got some, but not too much. It's all outdoor. So yeah, I like the fact that E-Town, like we said, we got all 4 seasons, but we have places that you can hang out outdoor, whether it's Heartland, whether it's indoor at Extreme or Cosmic. The bowling alley's been redone. The movie theater's been redone. 12 Ninja Gym's coming back. We're gonna have Maxwell on in a few weeks. I hope so. So we had, and there are 90% of them are small businesses. They're all locals. They grew up here. They want to be here. So I think it's just a great thing that we're able to expand our offerings. As a kid in the 80s, there wasn't much to do here.
I couldn't agree with you more. Well, thank you, Nate. Those are some great updates this week. New restaurant openings, development projects in the work. It's good to see continued investment in growth in Hardin County. So, audience, if you have business news to share, drop it in the comments or submit it at hardinlocal.com. Help us stay informed and keep the community informed. So if you know something that you want shared, make sure you drop that in the comments. So as I mentioned previously, Britt and Michelle are on a much needed 2-week break, and so they will not be joining us. So we won't have which I feel like I could have been tagged in for this one. I'm just, but it's fine. I love to eat, but we will have them back next week. So they're enjoying some time away with their family. So. All right. Well, before we wrap up, guys, let's make sure we didn't miss anything from the comments. Phil, anything that we need to bring up on screen?
We had a couple of things, but one, David's been our top commenter today. David, we thank you again. I guess this is when we were talking about the Capri's. He's just talking about Glasgow being awesome food, and it's the same owner. So if you're familiar with Napoli's in Glasgow, it's the same owners that open Capri's here in town. And Mike Morgan also mentioned, but I already shared that one about looking forward to going to the Straight and Narrow. And for those of you who don't know Mike, he's a local actor who's got some pretty big projects going on right now. So check him out on IMDb.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, does anyone have any shout outs, personal or business, that they would like to share before we sign off?
Well, one thing I do want to share real quick.
Go for it.
Go ahead, Phil.
Okay, I was just going to say, I just got a text from Rebecca Carter, for those of you who don't know, saying she just got a ticket to our event tomorrow night called Insights and Impacts 2026.
Nice.
Cool. So I wanted to take a minute to thank you, Rebecca, for getting a ticket, and to invite everybody that was like, maybe I don't have anything to do tomorrow night from 6 to 8. Come on out to Tequila House and join us. You don't have to buy a ticket before. You can buy one at the door if you want to.
I just want to congratulate you all on this. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a brilliant partnership with them. I know Dustin's a big fan of the channel and everything we do. If it wasn't January, I would probably be there, but this is our very busy time where it's not great for me to take off during the middle of our week. But if it was like, if we do another one in the spring or summer and fall, I will do my best to be there. But best of luck. I hope it goes well. I'll probably watch some of the videos.
Yeah, and like I said, we'll have a live stream of the panel discussion from 6:45 to 7:15 tomorrow night.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, as always, make sure you stay connected with Hardin Local. So you can, of course, go to hardinlocal.com for all of our links and resources. We're now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and iHeartRadio. So please follow us on your favorite podcast platform, mine, or connect with us up here in this. You can scan that little QR code and make sure to connect with us. Follow us on LinkedIn, subscribe on YouTube, and of course, make sure to follow us on Facebook. So, and one thing I want to remind you all, if you are running for office in Hardin County, sign up for our election interviews before January 31st on hardinlocal.com. So take advantage of this free opportunity. We want you to be able to have your voice heard. Phil, Scott, John, Nate, thank you all for being here with me today. What a fun episode. This was great.
Yes, thank you for being here too.
Yep, thank you.
And to everyone watching, thank you for being part of the Hardin Local community. We're so grateful you spend time with us today. We'll see you next Tuesday, same time, same place. Until then, support local, stay connected, and enjoy all the amazing things happening right here in Hardin County. And one last thank you to Techtel for sponsoring today's episode. Details, as always, are at hardinlocal.com. Have a wonderful week, everyone.